Good Lord, I'm blowing up on LinkedIn. Sorry.
That's
for you.
That's a new t-shirt. Yeah. You're listening to it. No, wait, that's yours. Sorry.
Welcome to Namely 90s. Wow. The podcast that takes you back to the time before smartphones, Google, and Y2K. Join your hosts as they relive the pop culture that shaped a generation and the parts that many people wish they could forget. Listen in to the conversation about how the decade defined those who spent their childhood there and how it shaped them as adults. So, turn down the grunge and dial up the internet. Let's get started. It's time for Namely 90s.
That's right. You're listening to Namely 90s. My name's Andrew. That's Brandon.
That's me. God damn it.
You can find us online at namely90s.com or on Twitter and Instagram at namely90s with a 90s. If you'd like to watch this show, we record a video version for you. It's on YouTube.
That's me.
You can find us. Yeah, that's him. Find us online there at namely90s.com/YouTube. We've tried to make it easy by just making it /stuff. But truth of the matter is we just don't have a vanity link because we don't have enough subscribers. So you can help with that.
Yes.
Rate, like,
and
subscribe.
The mark is higher now, too. It used to be 200. Now I think it's 1,000. So help us out.
Now they hate
Get
us
to 1,000.
Yeah. So,
yeah. Because I have that with Rewind, except I didn't realize when I started that it would just take my name of the channel, which has a W/ as with for style reasons, and just turn that into just remove all the punctuation because it's re:\wine W/ B Schwitty, which reads as Rewind with B Schwitty. But then when it made my vanity title, it turned it into Rewind W B Schwitty, all one word. And there's like no way to make that easy to write or list. And I tried to change it and they're like, no, it has to be what the channel name is.
Yeah.
Inside baseball.
I don't recommend :wine, just to be honest.
That's going to be one of our future Friday episodes. We're going to do a wine colonoscopy, not colonoscopy. What's the one with the enema?
I actually remember one time
we
were going to my grandma's old house, her farm,
and she had a wine enema.
Oh gosh, it's like you use a beer bong to administer it. Wasn't that in a movie? But it was beer, obviously.
An American Pie, probably.
This is becoming pretty lowbrow. Where we like Joe Rogan or something?
Your grandma.
Like, beer bong rectally.
Your grandma.
Yeah. Oh, my grandma. Yeah, they were cleaning out her farmhouse. She's alive. Don't worry. But she was moving out of her farmhouse.
I was like, did I not?
And they like found a bunch of raisin wine in the basement or something. Apparently, it was horrendously bad, which is not surprising considering it's raisin wine. Ugh. Yes, raisins come from grapes, but no.
Yeah,
you can release your own.
There's like a specific sweet wine style where you like let the grapes turn into raisins and then make wine out of it, but it's like a very specific thing and done.
This is like Montana basement raisin moonshine wine. I mean, this is not going to be good. Yeah, it's like a bathtub mint julep.
That's a bathtub that you
that
take.
was from The Simpsons.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's been over almost a year at this point since I watched all of The Simpsons in a row, which is not an easy feat to say.
No, I'm telling you, that Charmed rewatch is just taking up all your time.
Mm-hmm. And that's Charmed reboot, not the original 10, 12 seasons. Yeah. So how was your Easter?
It was good.
Yeah.
I probably worked, I think. I imagine. Seems like something I'd do.
Kids have a good time.
Oh yeah. Easter egg hunt. Easter fake grass visited. That my cat probably ingested it and developed gastrointestinal disturbance. Most Easters that go by.
Nice.
Did you do anything for Easter this year?
Yeah, I drove out to Phoenix, or not Phoenix, Tucson area, Arizona, to visit my aunts who have all retired, except for the one that lives in Washington. They've all retired and moved into like the same. I think it's a 55 plus community in.
Did you see
Arizona.
a UFO when you got there?
I actually managed to see there are like 5 lights, but I kept yelling there are 4 lights, and they kept telling me there's only 5 there are 5 lights. So that was a whole ordeal. But yeah, I'm currently there right now, enjoying myself. So I got to see my niece and nephew. Nice. Yes, my niece and nephew came down because it's their spring break. And everyone's vaccinated except for me, so everyone gets to go out and do things and then potentially bring a virus back to me staying at home.
So you had to quarantine yourself for 26 years?
Yeah. So fun times all around. Yeah. Also, Black Widow.
I just have to point out,
yes,
at this time, there's probably like 20% of the U.S. population that's fully vaccinated, and yet the second entrance to the grocery store by my house is still closed. I'm just going to throw like, come on, open the second entrance already. I've been talking about this for months.
Yeah. Well,
really
clearly they get the feed from Florida, where everyone's currently actually spring breaking right now, like partying and swapping things without masks or condoms. And yeah.
Yeah. But the good news is, all of the grocery stores in Florida only have one entrance open. So that'll counteract all
virus.
Of that.
Yeah.
So it's perfect.
Actually, good news. By mid-April, all Californians over the age of 16 will be eligible for the vaccine. It jumped from 50 to 16, which I'm kind of upset about. But I'm excited to be eligible for the vaccine.
Washington's May 1st.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Washington's going to be May 1st.
Surprising.
So, yeah.
I'm surprised.
That's later.
Thought that would be earlier. But
especially because Bill Gates lives here.
Yeah, and he's putting the microchips, the silicon, he's putting the large microchips into your body. Other
than my strong desire to buy a bunch of Microsoft products, I feel just fine after getting my vaccine.
Yeah, remember those SIM cards that you put into your iPhone? You just swallow a jar full of those.
Yeah.
And then it runs off of your own internal electric power like a potato clock.
That's exactly how it works.
Should we go travel back to the time before microchips were the size of nano chips?
This is episode 45, April of 1998. Take it away, Brandon.
Also, this is our first April episode, so isn't that exciting? It's been about a year since we conceived this concept, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it was also our first every month episode up until, you know what I mean?
No.
Like we started last year in May. Every month that we've done an episode has been the first time we've ever done one of that month.
That's true.
I know it was a segue. I'm just being a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying, I mean, it's not a segue. This is actually me blocking your segue, but I'm just, it's the first time we've done April. This is the last month that we haven't even touched in the course of our podcast. So now we've done an episode
because it'll be May soon.
Yes. In 4 episodes, we'll be in May. And you know what else is in May? The 1-year anniversary spectacular that we're going to be doing for Namely 90s. So if you're a Namely 90s fan or someone that has a podcast that just wants to get a shout out, shout us out by submitting some audio file and we'll play it for you on our episode and congratulate us.
Hey guys, I love your podcast. Keep up the good work. Woo!
Yeah. Congratulate us and pretend like you've listened to episodes before. And tell the actual fans out there that want to submit something, tweet at us. Just tweet at us and we'll let you know how to get in contact with us. And if you can't tweet, we have an Instagram and a Facebook as well. But let's take you back to April 1998. On the 3rd, Paris Jackson, daughter of Michael Jackson, is born. Apparently she just dropped some music a month or two ago. Good for her. On the 9th, Elle Fanning, actress and Dakota Fanning's sister, is born. I think
she was a guest star in House. Just so you know that.
I'm not shocked. But she was it Dakota or Elle that was in the movie with Denzel Washington that you like? Man on Fire.
Denzel.
Man on Fire.
Is it Man on Fire? Is it Dakota or Elle? Oh, I don't know.
And
Dakota.
Wasn't there also a very similar movie to Man on Fire starring Elle Fanning instead of Dakota Fanning with the exact same premise and Denzel Washington? Or maybe that's just me misremembering things. On the 17th, Linda McCartney, wife of Sir Paul McCartney from the Beatles, dies of breast cancer.
Oh, thanks for clarifying.
At 56.
Did you know that Mary McCartney, his daughter, has a show on Food Network? We're not being paid by them. Don't worry. But,
I did not. What's your show about?
Sorry,
is that Paul McCartney? Is that Paul McCartney of the Beatles?
Yes. It's called Mary McCartney Serves It Up. It's actually a dance competition. No, I'm just kidding. Apparently, it's Mary's Easy, Elegant Cooking. Mary McCartney, a passionate vegetarian mom, photographer, and writer, cooks incredible, I almost said inedible, easy meals for her famous friends and fascinating guests. Mary shares every step of her get-togethers, from invitations and shopping to cooking, eating, and making memories with her guests. Her recipes range from breezy and casual, much like me, to effortlessly elegant, also like me, but they're always simple, authentic, and foolproof.
That makes sense.
She starts out by telling all of her guests she's vegetarian as the very first thing she says when they walk in. She also does CrossFit.
And then she follows up by saying, "I'm not judging you for not being vegetarian."
But and then proceeds to eat fish anyway, which makes no damn sense. No, that's not true. I don't know if she eats fish. She might eat fish.
On the 18th, Peyton Manning is drafted in the first round by the Indianapolis Colts. Peyton Manning,
good choice.
Yes, he was in that funny SNL skit with him. On the 22nd, Disney's Animal Kingdom opens at Walt Disney World Resort, and some TV premiering. On the 4th, we have CatDog on Nickelodeon right after the 1998 Kids' Choice Awards. On the 6th, we have the Teletubbies premiere in the U.S. And on the 13th, Love Boat, The Next Generation, on, I believe it was UPN. And the only reason I included that is because we did that in the game. The
Next Wave?
Yes, Love Boat, The Next Wave, which is a Next Generation
Star
style.
Trek Freudian slip there.
Oh, did I say The Next Generation? My bad. Yeah. It is well, everything's the next generation. The Degrassi, the next generation. Star Trek, the next generation. I know. There was something else, the next generation. House, the next generation. In the box office, we have on the third
Love Boat Voyager. No, just kidding.
There's a whole Love Boat, just like extended universe where Love Boat Enterprise, Love Boat Discovery,
but it's got a female captain.
Yes. Love Boat Picard. And you're like, wait, what? Starring William Shatner as Jean-Luc Picard. You're just kind of like... Oh, speaking of which, Jessica Walter died today. The day that we're recording. She was the mom, Lucille Bluth.
She's the one from
Arrested Development.
Arrested Development.
Yes. And she was also the mother
Is she the one where
Archer.
I see that... There's that meme of like, where she's like, how much could a banana cost, Michael? $10 or something like that?
Yeah, that one. That's
it's
her.
a banana, Michael.
Also, another good one is, here's $20, go see a Star Wars.
That reminds me of another show that I don't even know if it's related or not, but I'm just thinking about it. People have been really into this Schitt's Creek show for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
It's in my queue. It's in my queue. I haven't seen an episode. No, I hear it's really funny.
I don't get it. Like, I don't. Okay, here's the thing. I dislike everything.
Yes.
But when I watch it, I've watched a little bit of it. I didn't dislike it. I just didn't think it was funny. But maybe I need to watch more. I don't know. But it just reminded me of that show. I think there's a lady that looks kind of like the lady from Arrested Development in it.
Well, that's Eugene Levy's son is the one that wrote that. He's one of the gay men in the show. Right.
One of, yes. I don't know. I've watched like 3 episodes with my parents, and I think they were early episodes.
They're a couple.
I just didn't get it.
I don't know. I haven't seen any episodes, but Eugene Levy's son, don't remember his actual name, was on SNL. I think he was one of the last hosts on SNL. So
yeah, it's like a smash hit. I mean, I just don't. I gotta check it out.
A smash hit that's only being just discovered in its like 4th season. Exactly. In the box, it's in my queue. In the box office on the 3rd, we have Barney's Great Adventure, which is based off of the TV show Barney. That's the one with the big yellow bird, right?
Sure.
On the 3rd, we have Lost in the Space, which is a reboot movie of the original 1960s series.
Reboot alarm.
There you go. On the 10th, we have Three Ninjas High Noon at Mega Mountain. Also on the 10th, we have City of Angels, which is a really weird movie that I saw once on TV. And also on the 10th, we have The Odd Couple 2. Finally, on the 17th, we have Major League Back to the Minors, which is the 3rd in the series.
The Next Generation.
On the Billboard charts for the first week, and we have at number 1, All My Life by Casey and JoJo. And that goes until the last week, which is where it is usurped by Too Close by Next. Also, continuing on for the first week, we have number 4, My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion. Number 5, No 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 by Destiny's Child. Number 7, Truly, Madly, Deeply by Savage Garden. Number 8, Getting Jiggy With It by Will Smith. Number 12, Bittersweet Symphony by The Verve. Number 16, You're Still the One by Shania Twain. Number 17, I Want You Back by NSYNC. Number 19, Together Again by Janet Jackson. And number 22, How's It Gonna Be by Third Eye Blind.
And now, a reading from the Book of Jewel. I am patient. I am patient, but do not push, for it is silently my heart will break. One night, and with no words, you will find me gone come morning. So she's like, I'm patient, but not if you like push that slightly. Basically, is what she's saying. Like,
push what?
Define the patience.
Push it real
I thought she was
good?
saying I am patient, like a caveman or something, or cave woman, cave person. But no.
Are they patient?
I don't know. They could be. That's how they get their prey when they're hunting, I imagine, by patience. It's chasing after like a mastodon with a spear. I don't think that's going to be very effective. Is a mastodon a real thing? Yes. Or is that from the Flintstones? Okay.
Power Rangers.
Thanks, Jewel.
Thanks, Jewel. And now back to the show. Anywhere you wanna go?
Ooh. Let's see, boy.
Because I know where I want to go.
This is a rough one for me. I don't remember all that stuff. Where I'm going to defer to you on this one, frankly.
Well, the big one to talk about is Lost in Space, and because as I was watching the trailer, I watched the trailer for Lost in Space. I guess I should have you watch it before we started.
I'm currently watching it. Actually, I'm currently watching an American Express ad, but
got to get that YouTube red. But as I was watching it, I was like, Matt LeBlanc was in this, who was Joey at the time on Friends.
Oh, freaky.
And then I was like, oh yeah, and the freaky deaky girl was Lacey Chabert, the creepy sister, who talked like this. And then like those are the two that I remember being in the movie. And then as it was going on, I'm like, holy crap, Heather Graham is in this as I don't think she's Penny. I think she's Judy. And then Gary Oldman's in this as well, and I believe he's the evil scientist, the antagonist, Doctor whatever his name is.
As scientists are.
Yes, always evil. Now I swear
Is it the kid from Malcolm in the Middle?
It looks like Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle. I don't think it is, but it looks like it. Is it? It might be.
I was gonna say
you can Google it. I didn't IMDb that.
I'm Googling the S out of it.
But like I remember seeing this and I liked it. I liked it. And the thing about it is that they rebooted the robot because they originally had the original robot in it too, which was somehow inside the frame of the new robot, I think. Which was much more like
it is not that kid, by the way.
I didn't think
he
so.
first became active in 1998 in the movie Armageddon, which is consequently a space movie, but not this space movie.
Yeah. Lost in Space. Did you ever see this movie?
No, but apparently I've now seen the trailer. So.
Yeah.
Who's this guy with the blood?
It
looks really bad.
Oh, it's so bad. But the original Lost in Space was campy, so I don't know if it gets points for being campy. You know,
it just looks like one of those movies that I can't imagine having to act in a movie like that. It just feels so embarrassingly cheesy, but they have to take it so seriously, you know.
You've shown up you're there for the paycheck. But
yeah, exactly. Which Matt LeBlanc did not need in 1998. Let me just make that
but okay, so 2 episodes ago we mentioned the movie Ed, which I thought was Ed TV. Different movie. Ed was the one where Matt LeBlanc adopts a monkey or something like that and plays baseball with him.
Oh gosh, you know how I feel about monkeys.
Yes.
As soon as you add a monkey, it's like jumping the shark. Oh, I typed in Ed and it came up with articles on erectile dysfunction.
Wow.
I'm about to type an Ed movie, but I'm worried I'm going to get an ED movie, and I'm a little bit frightened.
I wonder what you've been Googling in your spare time.
Not a monkey. That's another shirt.
You're going to have to write down all these shirt ideas, and then we'll just make them.
There was also a monkey in House. Actually, it was like a chimp. This is like a...
Well, it is
gross.
I think it might be a chimpanzee. It's not a monkey.
You're right. It's a chimpanzee in Ed, but it's like a tiny monkey in Friends.
Right. Oh, yeah. There's a monkey in Friends. Marcel.
I swear to God, there's a hat with ideas in it. They're like, someone bring the hat out, and someone pulls out, add a freaking monkey. That's add a freaking monkey. That's the shirt.
Good and a good trope. But yeah, Heather Graham in the 90s. Being in a family-friendly space movie, that's curious. Because the last thing I remember her being in was like in 94, she was in Boogie Nights. Anyway, it was an interesting, and Lacey Chabert, seeing her in her creepy, goth makeup, hair, and weird-sounding voice.
What's she from? Originally, what's her main thing?
Well, for you, it would be the season 1 voice of Meg in Family Guy.
Okay.
But she was from Party of 5.
Shut up, Meg.
And I remember watching this movie. I remember liking it at the time. It's just having now seen the Netflix version of Lost in Space. That is so good. It doesn't do the camp angle, but it's like an actual serious family sci-fi drama, and it is quite exceptional, I must say. But I think I've mentioned that before on the podcast.
Does Lacey Chabert kind of look like Jennifer Love Hewitt? This is freaking me out.
Yes. But Jennifer Love Hewitt was also in Party of 5.
Oh.
Right? Pretty sure.
I have no idea. Party of who?
Party of 5.
I know it's a show.
Yes.
Right?
It was 5 kids get orphaned. One's a baby.
I don't know anything.
It was a 90s show.
Yes, Jennifer Love Hewitt. You're right. Nice one.
And Lacey Chabert.
Nev Campbell, Lacey Chabert, Scott Grimes. Didn't know that. Also from ER.
There's a 4-year age gap, 5-year age gap between those two. Jennifer Love Hewitt. And,
teen drama. Oh, Scott Richard Wolf. Yeah, I know that guy.
Well,
Matthew Fox is in that. Who
Party
knew?
of Five. Yeah, I've never seen an episode, but I think I know the premise and kind of that's the Lacey Chabert show.
6 seasons on Fox.
Wow. Shocking. It was on Fox. So going from something Fox to something that's now owned by, or something that now owns Fox. That was a rough one. The Animal Kingdom at Walt Disney World. Animal Kingdom is a zoological theme park at the Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. And this is the 4th kingdom that they opened up out there. They had like...
I would just like to say that zoological theme park sounds like a euphemism for a place where dinosaurs will freaking eat you.
Well, so that's the thing. It was like Jurassic Park. It wasn't as big of a zoo. They had like open nature preserve type things. They tried to be as I don't know what the right term is, but like animal conscious as they could when making this animal prison theme park. And
they also hired Samuel L. Jackson to work in the control room with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth.
Right. There's a big tree in the center of the park. So one of the last times I was at Disney World was after this opened. So I've been to the park. A Bug's Life, I think, had a attraction in the tree, which was like the centerpiece of the whole park. They built this giant tree of life. And it's kind of cool. But I heard they've now turned it into Avatar Land or something. It's supposed to be like one of the trees from that Avatar movie that apparently is getting 4 sequels now from James Cameron.
No.
Yeah, that's been in the works for like a decade. I don't know why people loved it so much. Like I've seen the movie, but
I fell asleep.
Yeah.
In the theater. The theater.
Yeah.
I have a good explanation. It's because we saw the 3D one and I get motion sickness, so I had to close my eyes. And I literally fell asleep during Avatar.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Just gonna throw that out there. Yeah.
But I
Plus
also
the
wanted
plot.
to ask,
But anyway.
Since you are a veterinarian, we should talk about CatDog. Did you ever watch CatDog on Nickelodeon? It was
No, but I saw commercials for it because I watched Nickelodeon at the time.
So the series follows the life of conjoined brothers of different species, one half of the resultant animal being a cat and the other a dog. So the anatomy is...
Oh, I'm sorry. We're not using the term Siamese anymore. Is that not
well, they're
appropriate?
They're not Siamese because... Well, yes, that is inappropriate, but it's...
I know.
It's the top half of a cat and a top half of a dog, and they meet in the middle, and that's where they connect. There's no
So
bottom
my question
half.
is, where do they excrete wastes?
That is the common question people ask. And you're a vet, so I'm going to ask you.
I would guess that they have like a shared
hole?
Yes, in the middle somewhere. It's like that movie Evolution where they shoot Head and Shoulders into the bottom of the weird like alien that's crawling around the planet.
Well, I believe they have spots. I think I haven't seen CatDog in a long time, but there are spots on the thing. Maybe one of that's just a huge gaping anus, and we never realized.
Let's assume that. I like how they never addressed that aspect, though. They're like, it's just a cat and a dog. It's fine.
It's now canon. Well, the dog, I believe, coughed up fur balls at one point, which means the digestive tract goes from
my question
one
is,
side
like,
to
do they
the
have
other.
4 kidneys, or do they share 2 kidneys? Or, like, do they have 1 liver or 2? Because there's enough abdomen where I feel like you could have 2 sets of organs. So that's a little bit confusing. And, like, so the dog can have Tylenol, but the cat can't. So can the dog take Tylenol, but the cat can't, or vice versa? It's very confusing. By the way, never give your pets Tylenol. Dogs really should not have it, but cats definitely can't have it. They will die. What?
So
Also, don't use any
if
over the
they
counter
have
meds for your pets. It doesn't work.
That's
Except
a fair
Benadryl.
point. But only if prescribed by a doctor or vet.
Yeah. Same difference. Not really. You forgot to put doctor in air quotes. No, that's me. I am a doctor of animal health and healthcare. I just made that up. I don't know.
Animal health and healthcare. Yeah. So
that's what it says on my certificate or whatever.
So we've solved the mystery. CatDog poops out of the bottom spot on its body. That's just actually a large prolapsed anus.
Yeah, well, and like birds just have a vent. So I imagine CatDog just has one singular central vent.
And by vent, you mean cloaca?
Yeah. So it's like, how are you supposed to clean that up? I don't know. Did you watch that show?
Yes, I remember watching it as a kid. I liked it as a kid. It's now too creepy for me. Some of the old animation styles I don't like anymore. Understand why
it's
my
like
parents
that movie.
cringed.
What movie was it that it reminds me of? It's like a
Pet Cemetery.
Movie. No, The Human Centipede, but backwards and animated CatDog. I don't know. It's very. I feel like, although it's supposed to be like this kind of lighthearted thing, I feel like they were created in like some sort of maniac's lab, and then he decided to make a show off.
I was not ready for that one. Yeah. All right. So CatDog has a cloaca, which is the bottom spot and in the center of their body. That you heard it here first, people. This is true veterinary science at work.
Yeah.
But I think that does it for this week of Namely 90s, unless you have
Three
something
Ninjas
else to add.
Voyager? No, I don't want to talk about that. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I think we should just talk about the Three Ninjas in the future. I don't remember much about it other than the fact that I really loved the Three Ninjas movie back then. And it was like a knockoff Karate Kid because they also had a weird looking Asian man playing a pseudo Japanese mentor role, which also was their grandfather, but they were all white kids. So
classic.
Yeah. But I don't know if anything I just said is true at all. So, we'll need some more research before we go back into that. But I guess that's it for this week's edition of Namely 90s. Remember, you can find new episodes out every Monday. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at Namely90s and 90s, or find our personal accounts at Beachwoody and at Namely Andrew, and tell us on Twitter and tell us what you want us to talk about on future episodes, or come and just talk about what we talked about this episode. Do you remember something more about Galaxy Quest, which is not something we talked about today? Lost in Space? Let us know. Or if you want to talk about Galaxy Quest too, I'm down. I just watched the Everything Wrong With CinemaSins video. You can also contact us through our website, namely90s.com. And remember, you can give us some shout outs for us to play on our 1 year spectacular extravaganza. We'll figure it out. Don't worry. Please subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Danger Will Robinson, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and wherever you get your podcasts at. I'm Brandon. That's Andrew, and we will catch you next time.